Hello everybody, this is your main man Keith here from Keith Plays PS4 927. Happy Sunday evening to all my awesome viewers on this awesome channel. We are officially beginning Season 2 of Madden NFL 22 London Bulldogs Franchise. And this is the beginning of Season 2. Back in Season 1 last season, we knocked out the Miami Dolphins in the Super Bowl 36-9, which I filmed a couple days ago, uploaded it yesterday. So I am going to have the link to the video from the Super Bowl against the Miami Dolphins in the link to the description if you guys have not seen pieces of Season 1 or if you're new to this series. So Week 1, we won the Super Bowl, so we get to play the first game of the regular season against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Super Bowl 55 champions. So without further ado, we'll show you the team uniforms and we'll see you guys at kickoff. Alright, for week 1, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be wearing their traditional white away jerseys with pewter pants, black socks, and white with red shoes. So for the London Bulldogs, we're going to be wearing our all blue uniforms actually. So we're going to wear blue jerseys, blue pants, blue socks, you name it. I will see you guys at kickoff at Wembley Stadium.
Tonight, from London, England, it's the NFL International Series on EA Sports. Roethlisberger and the London Bulldogs taking on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Alright, it is kickoff time here in London at Wembley Stadium. So these Bulldogs are hyped after winning their first Super Bowl last season over the Miami Dolphins. Khalid Smith, he is actually going to return this kickoff, so he gets stopped there at the 31, hence that's his jersey number. And we get to see Ben Roethlisberger stepping onto the field for the first time in this episode, and for the first time this season. So, 1st and 10, Roethlisberger steps back to pass. He fires this one out to Antonio Brown. As you guys recall, he was the Super Bowl MVP. He had 6 receptions, 175 yards, and at least 3 or 4 touchdowns from what I remember. So 1st and 10 now here for London. And they're at the 37. So we're going to step back to pass. He's going to fire this one out. That's incomplete. I was not paying attention to what receiver I was actually intending to throw this to, but this is going to be a 2nd down and 10 from the 37. Roethlisberger firing this one out to Gronkowski against his former team, playing against his former teammate Tom Brady today. And Rob Gronkowski gets a 37-yard touchdown, and this will be the first touchdown for Rob Gronkowski this season. And London is going to take this lead 7-0 here at Wembley Stadium. Alright, so this is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line here in Wembley Stadium in London. So it looks like they're going to use the I form here. Tom Brady throwing this one out. That's a hit stick fumble. London recovers this one, and we're going to take this one to the 21-yard line. Rodney McLeod makes that fumble recovery. So this is going to result in a turnover for Tampa Bay. Now London has possession of the football, and we're at the 21-yard line. So we're going to step back to pass with Roethlisberger. He's going to throw this one out to A.J. Green. Gets it into the end zone for his first touchdown of the regular season. And it's going to be doubled. So it's now 14-0 here in London. Alright, 1st down and 10 from the 35-yard line here at Wembley Stadium in London. Tom Brady, He's going to fire this pass out, and that's going to be a first down for the London Bulldogs at the 48-yard line. 2 for 2, 30 yards on that play. So we're going to blitz here on the defense. 1st and 10. Hopefully we can use a terrific turnover play like we did in the last play. And this is going to be a 2nd and 5 from the 47. So this is going to be a 2nd and 5 now here for London. So Mike Evans claims that reception. Jonathan Allen of our defensive lineman appears to have an injury. Don't know what it is as of yet, but we'll probably know within the next play or two. But he's going to throw this one. That's going to be 4 for 4, 45 yards there that time. 2nd and 5. He does have an elbow sprain, but he will return soon. So that's pretty good to see because he's one of our best defensive linemen. He has a 90. I don't know what number, 90. It has to be 90-some overall. But if we lost him, our defense would pretty much go down because he's probably one of the most consistent defensive linemen on the team. 3rd and 5. They're going to throw this one. That's actually going to be a first down. 5 for 6, 53 yards. He still has that perfect passer rating, Tom Brady. But if he makes more incomplete passes or interceptions, then that's going to be a big time decision for Tampa Bay. What are they going to do? O.J. Howard claims a 2-yard reception on that play. 2nd and 9 now here for Tampa Bay here in London. So they're at the 21-yard line. Tom Brady, he gets sacked by J.J. Watt, whom we signed over the offseason. He was from Arizona. Mainly, he spent most of his career with the Texans, so he wasn't on our team for Madden 22 the first season, but Madden 21, he was on the first season team. And this concludes the first quarter. Actually, 4th and 4 from the 17. They are actually going to attempt a field goal here, and it's blocked. And it does appear that Tampa Bay has recovered, so this means it's our possession. So in other words, Buccaneers would have do technically get their first turnover of the game if London recovered, which Tampa Bay did, and we didn't. So 4 for 5, 100 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Ben Roethlisberger today. And we're actually going to use a halfback zone week with Frank Gore. Actually, this is 2nd and inches, so I may as well just run it, but I get sacked, and this is going to be a 3rd and 2 now here for London at the 34-yard line. So we're going to step back to pass, and we're going to fire this one out. He catches it one-handed, A.J. Green. He gets stopped there at the 8:48, an 18-yard reception on that play. So this is going to be our 1st down and 10 here for London as we are stepped back to pass. He's going to fire this one pretty deep. Will Antonio Brown claim that reception? The answer is yes. He does claim that reception. So that's a 48-yard touchdown. And the Bulldogs are going to lead this one 21-0 here in London. All right, 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line here in London with 2:43 to go in the first half. Ronald Jones, who formerly was with the team, re-signs again. And his first rush of the season, lost 2 yards on that play. And this is going to be a 2nd and 12 now from the 31. So Tampa Bay is going to throw this one out. That's actually completed. But does he get that first down? The answer is no. All right, 1st and 10. The reason why I stopped there for a moment was that the 2-minute warning was coming out, and Casey Hayward makes that sack. And the reason why I paused it is because I don't like to really film when it comes to the 2-minute warning, and Chase Young makes that fumble recovery as this is going to be a 1st and 10 from the 26. So London now we're actually going to run the ball. We're going to use a strong formation here. We're actually going to put in some Mark Ingram the third. So he's back into some action. So he was out with an injury, to my knowledge, I think after Super Bowl. And he's been injured for most of the off season, but it's kind of nice to have him back at it again. He did really well last season with London season 1, so he jumps on into the end zone. That's his first rushing TD of the game, and we're actually gonna just run the ball simply, in other words, and we're at the 2-yard line. So the question is, will we actually get it from 2 yards out? And we actually do. It's 29-0 here in Wembley. Okay, 45 seconds to go. Tampa Bay back to pass. He is actually going to fire this one. He gets sacked. The ball's out. And they recover that fumble. And Tampa Bay was pretty lucky there because they ran that ball pretty fastly. And this is a 2nd and 19 from the 24-yard line. So they claimed that reception within 1 or 2 seconds, that fumble within 1 or 2 seconds. So at least they were lucky that they didn't lose the ball. So would have been nice if we had possession of the football, but it would have been a turnover big time for from Tampa Bay. But London is actually going to return their first punt of the season. 4th and 1 from the 42. They're going to punt this one out. And Golden Tate, he is actually ready to return this one. He uses that juke move whatsoever. And he is going to get stopped at the 24. We'll see you guys in the second half. Alright, now we're ready to kick off the second half here in London. We returned the first one, but we got stopped at the 31. So London's up 29-0 against this Tampa Bay Buccaneers team. And they're going to return this one. They get stopped there at the 34-yard line. This is going to be a 1st down and 10. And we're going to use some zone coverage here on 1st down and 10. From the 34, they're going to actually hand this off to Ronald Jones. He gets stopped there at the 38. Apparently Chase Young is down and hurt. And this is going to end up a 2nd down and 6 now. We don't know what the injury is for Chase Young. I mean, he is a talented young man, Chase Young. I mean, he went to Ohio State. And that's where all the talent comes from, Ohio State University. He does have an elbow sprain, kind of like what Jonathan Allen had in this game. But he is going to return, which is going to be good. And he has been like the #1 defensive lineman. I mean, he knows what he's doing, but there is a flag on the play. O.J. Howard, by the way, claimed that reception, so there is a penalty. It's on O.J. Howard, illegal touching, so we're going to actually accept the penalty because it did go over the 1st down line, and we don't have that penalties too often, and mainly it's just pass interference or face mask for the most part. And you know how I am with holding calls, even holding. And holding for the most part, I just decline because it's just another down. 3rd and 13 now for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They throw this pass out and it's incomplete. And this is going to result in a 4th and 13 from the 43-yard line. So this is going to be an opportunity for us. Hopefully we can return this punt into the end zone for a touchdown. Unfortunately, that's not the case right now. Dan Bailey, the former Dallas Cowboys punter and kicker, punted the punt, and it ended up as a touchback. So we're going to run the ball with Mark Ingram. And he gets stopped there at the 46. So he has 3 carries, 52 yards, and a touchdown. So this is going to be a 1st and 10. Halfback inside zone off 1st and 10 from the 46. Handing this off to Mark Ingram. and he uses that juke move whatsoever. He gets stopped at the 45, 4 carries, 61 yards, and a touchdown. So we're going to still use that same exact play, but this time we're definitely going to get that first down. And we're going to hand this off to Mark Ingram. And he breaks tackles along the line, gets stopped at the 21. So this is a first down at 10. So we have 305 total yards as of right now offensively. 116 of those were considered to be rushing yards. So Mark Ingram, he's going to jump on into the end zone for a touchdown. Now this is going to be his second rushing touchdown of the game, and it's going to be 36-0. All right, there is a fumble recovery. We recovered on that kickoff. Casey Hayward now has recovered that fumble, and Tampa Bay, I would think, is in their third turnover, and they are. So Roethlisberger is going to hand this off to Frank Gore. He uses that nice spin move, by the way. Gets a first down for a gain of 10 yards. So we're actually going to have probably Matthew Stafford in the fourth quarter just to play, because Ben Roethlisberger, he did a heck of a great job today. And he's going to step back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Rob Gronkowski. He gets stopped there at the 10. 202 yards and 3 touchdowns today for Roethlisberger. So I'm surprised that he managed to know his game plan pretty well here. And this is a 1st and 10. London throwing this one into the end zone for a touchdown. And this will be his first receiving touchdown of the season for Zach Ertz. So it's now going to be 43-0 here in London. Alright, so 3rd and 12 now from the 35-yard line here in London. Tom Brady, he is going to throw this pass, and this is not going to wind up being a first down, I don't think, and it's not. 13 for 16 today and 115 yards, so he's not doing too bad. I mean, he's 46 in 2023, so he was born on August 3rd of 77, so he would probably be about 46 years old, the oldest NFL player to do so. And speaking of him, he just threw his 600th career passing touchdown, and I don't think he's going to retire till he's like probably age 50, so he'll probably play with one more team in his NFL career, which I'm probably going to pursue, thinking it might be the Dallas Cowboys or maybe the San Francisco 49ers, where he grew up as a 49ers fan, believe it or not. And Matthew Stafford throws that pass. It's incomplete whatsoever. And Tony Jefferson, I didn't even know about this injury up until right now. Pectoral strain, but he's going to return soon. Nothing too serious there. So 2nd and 10 now from the 20-yard line. Matthew Stafford back to pass. He's going to fire this one out to Antonio Brown, the Super Bowl MVP. Alright, 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford back to pass. Stafford's going to fire this one out to Zach Ertz. So Zach Ertz, he's going to get stopped there at the 15. 2 for 3, 65 yards. So we have 11 first downs, actually. So we're going to use a halfback drive off 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. So Frank Gore, he's going to run the ball whatsoever. He gets stopped at the 6. 2nd and 1 now. And we're actually just going to use that 4 verticals pass play up until we get a touchdown here on this drive, which we probably will. And he gets this one into the end zone, Rob Gronkowski, and it's now going to be 50-0 London. So we'll see you guys after the 2-minute warning. Alright, 3rd and 17 now here for Tampa Bay. There was a holding call, so we declined that penalty. And Tom Brady gets that first down at the 47-yard line. So this is going to be our first down and 10. I almost thought that we were going to get that interception, but turns out we didn't. So they're going to throw this pass out to Ronald Jones. He gets out of bounds at the 47, so he didn't necessarily lose nor gain any yards on that play. So they're at the 47 now. Second down and 10. A minute 19 to go. And they're going to throw this pass, and he gets stopped there at the 42. It's 3rd and 5 now from the 42-yard line. 55 seconds to go. He's going to throw this pass that's incomplete. So this is going to be a 4th and 5. So they're at the 42 with only 53 seconds to go. And they punt this away. And it's at the 11-yard line. So 1st and 10. So London is going to win this this regular season game. They're going to win the first game of the year. So they're at the 11-yard line. We're going to hand this off to Khalid Smith. And Smith, he's on his feet. He gets stopped there at the 21. So 2nd and inches now here for London. And they're at the 21-yard line. So Stafford fires his pass deep out to Antonio Brown. Clock winds down pretty fast here in London. So we win this game big time over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No time remaining. 50-0 is the final score here in London. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Please stay tuned, and we'll see you guys at statistics. Alright, Ben Roethlisberger, perfect pass rating today, 9 for 10, 212 yards, 4 touchdowns on the day. Matthew Stafford, also perfect pass rating, 1 touchdown on the day. Tom Brady, he had no touchdowns, no interceptions today for him, so that's something interesting along the lines. Mark Ingram, 6 carries, 105 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. Receiving wise, let's check this one out. Rob Gronkowski had 2 touchdowns on the day. Zach Ertz had 1. Antonio Brown with nearly 170 yards, with 168 to be exact. 1 touchdown there. AJ Green had a touchdown reception as well. Chase Young, 2 sacks. Tyquan Lewis, 1 sack. Bobby Wagner, 1 sack. Rodney McLeod and Casey Hayward all had sacks. There were no interceptions, no fumbles. And this wraps it up. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please stay tuned, and we'll see you guys next episode.